Hi, I'm Jim. I'm an alcoholic. Hey, and it's good to be here today. I've never been to this meeting. I was at the old one many years ago. And I want to thank Jeff for asking me to speak. And it's an honor to carry the message of the big book of recovery. And I am a hopeless alcoholic of the hopeless variety, and I've been led through these steps the way they are laid out in the book, The Loving Grace of God, with the help of a step study sponsor, and try to practice these principles in all my daily affairs to the best of my ability. And I came to AA many years ago, 1976, and I came by way of the Framingham Detox. I went up there, tried out, I went to a 6-week extended program up there and found out that I had alcoholism, and it was a threefold disease. And it was emphasized when I got out of that detox to go to the meetings in my area. And I got the message of AA up there. The groups in the area would come in and speak. And then when I got out of there, came to AA. The hand of AA reached out to me. And I was in AA for many years. And AA works, but I thought putting down the drink and that's it, and getting on with my life was going to fix everything. Don't drink. Go to meetings, join a group, and things will get better. And in the outside, things did get better. But in the inside, I didn't realize, I forgot. I thought by going to a lot of meetings and not drinking, it was just going to come like that, and I was going to recover. And I found out later, I didn't realize at the time, I was running around with untreated alcoholism. And, the elimination of drinking is only a beginning, like it says back in the early chapters. And, I'm going to meetings and I'm comparing myself with other people and, and I saw the 12 steps. Oh, yeah, that's right. And I thought they'd just come by osmosis by, going to a lot of meetings. And, people tried to tell me, Jim, let it go. And I was just a mess. And after long periods of sobriety, I had a couple of relapses. I was lucky I got right back. But I was in turmoil, and I remember going to 12 and 12 meetings, and they'd have the version of the 10th step, which is a 12 and 12 nice book, but it was only meant to be an interpretive commentary. And this is the basic text. The big book was around. We got the big book, but they didn't have the big book meetings, and the step study wasn't around at the time. And I tried a couple of AWOLs, therapy, and the whole bit, and I remember being in a 12 and 12 meeting, and come to the 10th step, and there was a paragraph in there. It's a spiritual axiom. No matter what the cause, you're angry or upset, there's something wrong with you. And I used to go, what? Justifiable anger. And that was, running around. And, I always had the reservation. I couldn't live in life in life's terms. And, I wanted everything handed to me, and I didn't want to do the work. And, I was paying the price. I was an adolescent running around in an adult body, I stopped drinking, hey, I'm not doing this, and, how come things aren't going my way? And I was being taken care of. God takes care of Elkies. And I'm only here by His grace, but things were better on the outside, but it's got to come from the inside out. And, it wasn't until I got here, a friend of mine told me about these meetings, and I came here and I thought, I saw this is the truth, this is the real deal. And I decided to humble myself, become a newcomer again. And I got a sponsor, and he didn't hold my hand, he told me things I didn't want to hear, and I had to find out my dilemma, and find out the first 2 steps, and then we did step 3, the 3 pertinent ideas that I'm an alcoholic, I can't manage my own life. No human power can relieve my alcoholism. God would if He were sought. And I had to surrender those 3 pertinent ideas. And then we did our step 3. And then I found out in my writing what a person, me selfish, dishonest, and, it was self-seeking, says resentment here and fear. And I had to do my 4th and 5th step till I got to this point. And, once I, did 6 and 7, started my amends list, my sponsor emphasized 84 to 88 every day and twice a day. And this thought brings us to step 10, and we continue to take personal inventory and set any new mistakes as we go along, because we're going to trip up, make mistakes. We got to commence this way of living, and we've entered the world of the spirit. Now I'm emphasizing to live by spiritual principles in the 12 steps. And then our next function is to grow in understanding and effectiveness, and it's baby steps at first, and the more I do it, more will be revealed. And of course, it's not an overnight matter. This is the rest of our lifetime, and it's only a daily reprieve in 24-hour a day. And I take my inventory every day and continue to watch for selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, fear. When these crop up, when, not if, it could be, possibility, they're going to come up in the world just because, I'm active in AA and step study. Things happen out there in the world. Bad things happen. Just because we're all here doesn't mean the world is going to, change to our liking. And we're going to have the rocky paths of our life and, stepping stones. And I found out that, if I'm trying to control something, control a situation, guess what? I'm being controlled. I'm being controlled. I'm up against the wall. I gotta, realize that the only one I can't, I gotta worry about my alcoholism. I can't worry about people out there, anybody else's alcoholism. I'm out of control. And, my life is really none of my business in a lot of ways. I mean, I do basics, but things are out of my control, and God's still running the show. And alkies, we love to be right. My sponsor used to hammer home, do you want to be right or do you want peace of mind? And I used to, get involved in television, news, sports, I know this, and, getting caught up in the newspaper. I got to let that stuff go. I mean, we all have our likes and dislikes. I have my opinions, but I can't let it overwhelm me, because that's the ego that's going to suck me out these doors, and everything's not going to go my way. People, I grew up, I was born in the 40s, and, we're some stuff today, and, it's baffling. I don't understand, and, I like things back, like I can get on well. I like the music better years ago, the baseball players, the movies, and things change, and, modern, I like to be set. We don't like change, but I have tools today, that I can, follow the prompt. And when I get in my, get into my head, I reach out and help a sponsee. The telephone rings. Oh, it's a sponsee or somebody on the phone wants to do a 10-step with me, and I can get out of myself. And, I help others turn my, life over to God every morning. And selfishness, before I did this work, me, selfish, dishonest, resentful, fearful? Yeah, I'm resentful. I got a bad deal in life. I'm afraid. It's a dangerous world. But now I have the tools. Now I know the truth. And when we do something, if we've done this work and we're honest with ourselves, when something comes up, we know something, hey, listen, I owe an amend. I got to go to God. I got to get out of myself and help somebody. It can't be all about me. Before, we didn't know what we didn't know. Now, we know the truth. We got that sixth sense. And what else? Lost my train of thought for a second. Oh, we know when when something's off. It's that instinct. And I don't know what else to say, but as far as the alcohol, the obsession to go away, I'm in a neutral. I'm in the zone of neutrality now. It very rarely comes up. It's been removed, and I've been restored, in my case, introduced to some semblance of sanity. I remember, back in the came to believe a power greater than myself could restore us to sanity. But we aren't restored to sanity until we've done this work. Now we have restored or introduced to some semblance of sanity. And it's only a daily reprieve. If I walk out this door today and go my own memory way and I could be back where I was before. So it's a daily program. I'm only here by God's grace. And, I don't know why God gave me this unmerited gift, but I drank with a lot of people, and they died, and I don't know why God got me here, but, it's my obligation, stick close, come here, and, come help other alcoholics, and come here, and carry the message of recovery. And you to keep it, you got to give it away to keep it. And so anybody's here, they're just starting or they're in the writing, it'll work, believe me. Just hang in, follow directions, and the writing will end, and we get to this point and then carry the message. What is it? Give up, clean house, and help others. And, it's great to be here. And Jeff, thanks for asking me to speak.